Have you ever noticed how desire often grows stronger when something feels just out of reach? In the dance of relationships, men are drawn not to what's easily taken, but to the woman who knows her worth, who pulls back with quiet strength and lets mystery bloom. Today, I want to explore why men long for that kind of woman. The one who doesn't chase, but holds her ground, who doesn't give in immediately, but values herself enough to create space. Because in that balance of push and pull, respect is born, attraction deepens, and true connection ignites. Let's dive into why pulling back isn't about playing games. It's about embracing power, authenticity, and self-love. Confidence is one of the most magnetic qualities a person can possess. It's a force that radiates from within, influences how others perceive us, and directly impacts the way we navigate relationships. For a woman, building true confidence often begins with understanding and valuing herself deeply, recognizing that she deserves respect, kindness, and honesty. This self-awareness naturally leads to the creation of healthy boundaries, which are essential not only for her well-being but also for fostering genuine connections. When a woman values herself, she understands that her time, emotions, and energy are precious resources that should not be wasted or taken for granted. This realization becomes the foundation for setting boundaries. Boundaries are not walls meant to isolate. Rather, they are guidelines that protect her sense of self and her integrity. They communicate to others how she expects to be treated, and by doing so, they help her maintain control over her life and relationships. Healthy boundaries allow a woman to say no without guilt, and to express her needs clearly and assertively. Saying no is one of the most empowering acts a woman can take, because it asserts her right to prioritize herself without feeling selfish or unkind. Many women struggle with this, often feeling pressure to please others or fearing rejection if they don't comply with every demand or expectation. But when a woman values herself, she realizes that pleasing others at her own expense only erodes her confidence and self-respect. Instead, she learns that boundaries are a form of self-care, a way to maintain her emotional and mental health. Creating healthy boundaries also involves recognizing toxic patterns and stepping away from relationships or situations that drain her energy or undermine her confidence. This might mean distancing herself from people who are disrespectful, manipulative, or unsupportive. It could also mean refusing to engage in behaviors or conversations that make her feel small or unworthy. This selective approach to interaction strengthens her sense of self-worth and reinforces the idea that she deserves better treatment. When boundaries are in place, a woman's confidence blossoms because she no longer feels the need to constantly seek approval or validation from others. Instead, she trusts her own judgment and values her intuition. This inner trust is a critical component of confidence, as it empowers her to make decisions that align with her values and goals. The ability to trust oneself comes from a history of respecting one's own boundaries and honoring personal limits. Moreover, boundaries enhance a woman's relationships by setting clear expectations. They help prevent misunderstandings and reduce resentment by establishing what is acceptable and what is not. When a woman communicates her boundaries effectively, others are more likely to respect her, which in turn boosts her confidence. She learns that she doesn't have to endure discomfort or disrespect to maintain a relationship. Healthy connections thrive on mutual respect and understanding. Importantly, boundaries foster emotional independence. Confidence is not about being invulnerable or never needing support. Rather, it's about knowing where one ends and others begin. When a woman has healthy boundaries, she can maintain her identity and self-worth regardless of external circumstances. She does not lose herself in the expectations or demands of others, and this stability becomes a powerful source of confidence. The process of establishing boundaries can be challenging, especially if a woman has been conditioned to prioritize others or suppress her own needs. It requires courage to confront old habits and sometimes face discomfort or conflict. However, every step taken to reinforce personal limits is a step toward greater confidence. Each time she stands firm and honors her own needs, she strengthens her self-esteem and reinforces the belief that she is worthy of respect and care. Confidence built through valuing oneself and setting boundaries also impacts a woman's presence in social and professional spheres. When she carries herself with self-respect, others notice it. People are drawn to her authenticity and strength. This presence can open doors, create opportunities, and build networks that support her growth. It becomes clear that confidence rooted in healthy boundaries is sustainable because it is authentic, not dependent on external approval. In relationships, especially romantic ones, boundaries are crucial in maintaining equality and respect. When a woman pulls back at times, it's often misunderstood as disinterest or playing games. But in reality, it's a manifestation of her valuing herself and protecting her emotional well-being. This space encourages partners to appreciate her more deeply, to engage with intention, and to respect her autonomy. The dynamic shifts from one of imbalance, where she might be giving too much or compromising her needs, to one where mutual respect is the foundation. The concept of boundaries extends beyond just saying no or creating distance. It also includes setting standards for how she is spoken to, treated, and included in decisions. These standards are non-negotiable for a confident woman because they reflect her core values. Upholding these standards, even in difficult moments, reinforces her self-worth and communicates that she expects to be valued on her terms. Another important aspect is that boundaries help a woman avoid burnout and emotional exhaustion. When she takes on too much or constantly sacrifices her needs, her confidence can diminish because she begins to feel overwhelmed and undervalued. By pacing herself and recognizing her limits, she preserves her energy and enthusiasm. This sustainable approach allows her to show up fully and authentically in all areas of life. Setting boundaries also teaches others how to treat her. When a woman consistently enforces her limits, those around her learn to respect her space and time. This respect nurtures healthy interactions and reduces the likelihood of manipulative or disrespectful behavior. It becomes a cycle of positivity where confidence begets respect and respect further builds confidence. The journey to valuing oneself and setting healthy boundaries is deeply personal and ongoing. It requires self-reflection, patience, and sometimes support from others, whether friends, mentors, or professionals. But the rewards are profound: greater peace of mind, stronger relationships, and a confidence that shines through in every aspect of life. Confidence born from valuing oneself and establishing boundaries also transforms how a woman handles setbacks and challenges. Instead of internalizing criticism or feeling diminished by failure, she views these moments as opportunities to learn and grow. Her boundaries protect her from harsh self-judgment and encourage a mindset of resilience and self-compassion. In summary, when a woman values herself enough to create healthy boundaries, she lays the groundwork for authentic confidence. This confidence is not superficial or fleeting. It is deeply rooted in self-respect, clear communication, and emotional integrity. It empowers her to navigate life with grace, assertiveness, and a strong sense of identity. Through boundaries, she honors herself, attracts respect, and cultivates relationships that uplift rather than drain. This powerful combination is the essence of true confidence. A confidence that every woman deserves and can achieve. Attraction is a complex and fascinating phenomenon that goes far beyond surface-level appearances or fleeting moments of charm. While initial attraction might spark from physical traits or immediate connection, what sustains and deepens attraction over time is something far more nuanced, something that involves mystery and emotional balance. When a person is constantly available, the sense of intrigue can diminish, and the emotional dynamics can become unbalanced, often leading to diminished attraction. Understanding why mystery and emotional balance are critical in fostering deep, lasting attraction is key to building meaningful relationships. Mystery is one of the oldest elements of attraction. It creates a sense of curiosity, anticipation, and desire. When someone is fully open and available all the time, there is little left to wonder about. Mystery invites exploration and keeps the mind engaged, allowing attraction to grow naturally as layers are revealed slowly and thoughtfully. This slow reveal invites others to invest emotionally, intellectually, and even spiritually in discovering who the person really is beneath the surface. In relationships, mystery can take many forms. It can be the way a woman holds back just enough information about herself, her thoughts, or her feelings, allowing others to want to learn more. It's not about being secretive or dishonest. Rather, it's about maintaining a sense of individuality and depth that encourages curiosity. This kind of mystery signals confidence and self-possession because it shows that a woman does not need to lay everything bare to be valued or loved. She knows her worth and doesn't feel pressured to be completely transparent all the time. Emotional balance is another vital component that deepens attraction. Emotional balance refers to the ability to regulate emotions, respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, and maintain a sense of calm and stability in interactions. When a woman demonstrates emotional balance, she communicates that she is secure, mature, and capable of handling life's ups and downs without losing herself. This creates a safe emotional environment where connection can flourish. Constant availability often undermines emotional balance. When someone is always at another's beck and call, it can create an imbalance where one person becomes overly dependent or overly invested too quickly. This intensity can overwhelm the other person and lead to a decrease in attraction because it removes the natural ebb and flow that keeps emotional connections vibrant. Emotional balance allows for space and breathing room, which are essential for desire and respect to thrive. When a woman maintains emotional balance, she avoids the trap of emotional neediness, which can be a major turn-off in relationships. Neediness often stems from insecurity and fear of losing the other person, causing excessive clinginess or over-communication. Instead, emotional balance fosters independence and confidence, signaling that she has a full life of her own and is choosing to share it with someone rather than relying on them to complete her. This dynamic naturally increases attraction because it positions her as a whole and self-sufficient individual. Mystery and emotional balance also work together to create a sense of tension and release, which is fundamental to sustained attraction. This tension is not about conflict, but about the natural rhythm of wanting and receiving, approaching and retreating. When a woman pulls back just enough, creating a small space of mystery, it invites the other person to engage more deeply. This space allows emotions to simmer and intensify, rather than being immediately satisfied or extinguished. Emotional balance ensures that this tension does not become unhealthy or manipulative, but remains a healthy dance that keeps both people interested and invested. In contrast, constant availability can flatten this dynamic, making interactions predictable and dull. If a woman is always accessible, the other person may take her presence for granted or lose the sense of excitement that comes from not knowing everything. This can lead to complacency, where the relationship loses its spark because there is no longer a challenge or mystery to fuel attraction. It's the unpredictability and the slight challenge embedded in mystery that keeps the heart intrigued. Maintaining mystery doesn't mean playing games or being deliberately evasive. It means respecting oneself enough to not reveal every thought, feeling, or detail all at once. It involves trusting that the right person will appreciate the journey of getting to know the real you over time. This gradual unfolding is much more compelling than immediate availability because it builds anticipation and emotional investment. It allows attraction to deepen as layers of personality, values, and desires are revealed thoughtfully. Emotional balance also means being able to handle rejection, disappointment, or conflict without losing composure. When a woman shows that she can stay grounded and maintain her emotional equilibrium, even in challenging situations, it communicates strength and resilience. These qualities are deeply attractive because they suggest that she is capable of navigating the complexities of relationships without losing herself or becoming overly dependent on others' approval. Furthermore, emotional balance encourages healthy communication. When emotions are regulated, a woman can express her feelings and needs clearly and calmly, which fosters understanding and connection. This kind of communication strengthens attraction because it builds trust and reduces misunderstandings. In contrast, constant availability can sometimes lead to emotional overwhelm or blurred boundaries, making communication less effective and the relationship more fragile. Mystery and emotional balance also contribute to a woman's sense of self-worth and autonomy, which are inherently attractive traits. When she values her own time, energy, and emotions, she naturally resists the urge to be constantly available or overly accommodating. This self-respect radiates confidence, which is magnetic. People are drawn to those who know their value and who do not settle for less than they deserve. This creates a powerful cycle where mystery and emotional balance reinforce self-worth, and self-worth, in turn, strengthens attraction. The role of social media and instant communication in today's world often challenges the balance between availability and mystery. The expectation of immediate responses and constant sharing can erode the natural rhythms of attraction. However, women who consciously choose to maintain some distance and emotional balance in their digital interactions preserve their allure. They understand that stepping back from constant engagement allows others to appreciate their presence more fully and sustains the mystery that keeps attraction alive. Another important aspect is that emotional balance enables a woman to be present and engaged when she does interact. Rather than being distracted or overwhelmed, she brings calm energy and genuine interest, which deepens connection. This focused presence contrasts sharply with constant availability that can sometimes feel scattered or obligatory. The quality of interaction matters far more than quantity, and emotional balance ensures that the moments shared are meaningful and impactful. Mystery also nurtures a woman's individuality within a relationship. It allows her to maintain interests, passions, and friendships outside of the romantic connection. This independence is attractive because it shows that she is not defined solely by the relationship. Instead, she is a full, vibrant person with a rich inner life. Emotional balance supports this individuality by helping her manage the demands of relationships without losing sight of herself. When attraction deepens through mystery and emotional balance, the relationship tends to be more resilient. It is built on respect, curiosity, and genuine emotional connection rather than on neediness or constant reassurance. This foundation allows the relationship to grow organically, with both partners feeling valued and free to be themselves. In essence, mystery and emotional balance work hand in hand to create an environment where attraction can flourish naturally. Mystery invites exploration and desire, while emotional balance provides stability and trust. Together, they prevent the relationship from becoming stagnant or overly dependent, ensuring that attraction remains vibrant and alive. A woman who embodies these qualities understands that attraction is not about always being present or available, but about knowing when to engage fully and when to step back. This rhythm keeps the connection dynamic and exciting. It challenges others to appreciate her more deeply and to invest emotionally rather than taking her presence for granted. Moreover, emotional balance equips her to navigate the uncertainties and complexities of relationships with grace. She can handle fluctuations in interest, moments of doubt, or challenges without panic or desperation. This steady presence is incredibly attractive because it offers security and reassurance without sacrificing individuality or passion. Mystery and emotional balance also empower a woman to set boundaries around her time and attention. She can say no without guilt and choose where to invest her energy wisely. This discernment further enhances attraction because it shows that she is selective and values herself. People are naturally drawn to those who have a strong sense of their own worth and who do not settle for less than they deserve. In relationships, the balance of mystery and emotional equilibrium fosters mutual respect. It encourages both partners to engage in a healthy give and take, where interest and effort are reciprocated rather than one-sided. This balance prevents burnout and resentment, making the relationship more sustainable and fulfilling. Ultimately, attraction that deepens through mystery and emotional balance reflects a deeper understanding of human connection. It acknowledges that relationships are not about possession or constant closeness, but about respect, growth, and genuine interest. It celebrates the dance of intimacy and independence, where both partners feel free and valued.